Let's play a fun game of what if. Imagine waking up tomorrow and every social media platform has disappeared. Without any warning, explanation, and no timeline for return. Instagram? Gone. Twitter/X? Vanished. LinkedIn? Evaporated. TikTok? Deleted. Facebook too, but let's be honest, nobody under 50 would notice. Okay, now, before you spiral into an existential crisis, let me tell you about my grandfather's watch. Stay with me. This is getting exciting. It's this old Timex thing from the 60s. No smart features, no notifications, and it just tells time. But you know what? That watch has outlasted every iPhone I've owned, every app I've downloaded, every next big thing that was supposed to change the world. Because it focuses on one thing and does it perfectly, without the bullshit. It just works. And that's exactly what would happen if social media disappeared for a year. We'd all be forced to focus on what actually matters in life. Here's what would really happen. We'd rediscover actual productivity. You know how your grandparents built entire lives without checking their phones? They started businesses, raised families, built communities, all without posting about it. The average person now spends 2.5 hours per day on social media. That's 912.5 hours per year, 38 full days, almost 6 weeks of your life. Imagine getting that time back. You could learn a new language, start that side business, finally write that book, actually use that gym membership. Our brains would reset. Ever notice how a casino has no clocks, no windows, constant stimulation? They do this on purpose. To keep you in a loop, to keep you spending, to keep you addicted. Social media works the same way. That's why you check your phone 96 times a day, even when there's nothing new to see. Without it, your brain would reset to its natural state. When people used to have dinner without phones, actually talk at coffee shops, make plans without maybe attending, show up when they said they would. Wild concept, right? But those relationships were stronger, more meaningful, more authentic. Because they weren't competing with Instagram filters, TikTok dances, Twitter drama, kids would become kids again. In 2025, the average 8-year-old spends more time on social media than they do playing outside. We've created a generation that can't handle boredom, needs constant validation, and measures worth in likes. Without social media, they might actually climb trees, scrape knees, build forts, make real friends. You know, actual childhood stuff. Depression rates would plummet. Here's a fun fact. Depression rates have doubled since social media became mainstream. Why? Because we're constantly comparing our behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. We see their vacation photos, not their credit card debt. Their relationship posts, not their fights. Their success stories, not their failures. Without that constant comparison, we might actually like ourselves again. Innovation would get real. Right now, most people's idea of innovation is making another app, creating another platform, building another social network. But without social media, we might focus on solving climate change, curing diseases, exploring space, fixing actual problems. You know, like we used to. Democracy might actually work again. Remember when people read full articles, not just headlines, formed their own opinions, had civil discussions, changed their minds when presented with facts? Without the echo chambers of social media, we might actually start thinking again. Time would feel different. Ever notice how time feels faster now? That's because social media has destroyed our attention spans. We process more information in a day than our ancestors did in a month. Without it, time might actually feel slower, richer, more meaningful, more ours. Here's the trillion-dollar question. Why wait for social media to disappear? Why not start living like it already has? Because the happiest people I know barely use social media. The most successful are too busy building to post about it. The most fulfilled are living life instead of documenting it. Because at the end of the day, social media might disappear. But real life, real connections, real value, that stuff is forever. And isn't that what we're all really looking for? So next time you reach for your phone, ask yourself, what could I build in the time I spend scrolling? The answer might surprise you and terrify you a little. But that's where the good stuff happens.